we go. All right, so. So, and what am I doing? I'm doing it this way?
No.
Which way?
It's going to be up against it, so you got to go behind and clamp it like against this. You know what I mean? Like here, I'll show you with mine.
I can't really see from here, but I will do my best.
Okay, so I'm going to do one too, but the idea is like behind here and then clamp it to it.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're holding it steady there for a second?
Well, you're not up against it yet.
Okay.
And you're going to make sure that it's...
It is. It's right up against.
All right.
Okay, so you're going to wait for me?
Yeah, you do your thing on your side first. Then you have, yeah, you got it. You did a little bit too much. So, a little lower because you're not going to catch the 2x4. There. Perfect. Give it a squeeze. Quick stop, squeezing the, yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now you're doing yours.
There. Nice, baby. This will not be easy. Unfortunately.
Just because it's behind there? Hanging a little bit lower at this end, the left edge.
Which end?
This end?
Yeah, let me just get a clamp on it. Hold it somewhat in place so I can make adjustments. Yeah, it seems like it's not even needing to cut again. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Because it's flush at the top.
It does need to be cut?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a pencil. Have you got a pencil up there?
I do.
Are you gonna be able to reach around? Baby.
Always.
Stop.
Never.
You're so happy with yourself.
I'm extremely pleased. It's not too often you set me up like that.
Hi folks, welcome to a blustery spring day. Yesterday we finished up the sheathing on the south gable of the kitchen. I had to do that so that I could finish the last bit of sheathing that's closing up the rafter bay. Reason being is that we have hemmed and hawed back and forth a bit in conversation, Kim and I, and then came to the decision that we will, rather than painting or any other type of finishing of the rafter tails, we're going to burn them. And so we need to do that ahead of Tyvek, obviously, because if we're going to fold Tyvek over the edges of the rafter bays, fire will melt that. So fire bad in this case. So what I'm doing right now is just building a little sacrificial piece of OSB that's going to work as like a kind of like, if anybody's done any plumbing, you get a piece of cement board or something and you put it behind where you're going to use the blowtorch so that you don't set fire to the structure behind where you're working. Same idea, I'm going to use some OSB. I'll probably just dampen it in snow, put it up on either side of a rafter to close up that bay, burn that rafter, pull it down, clamp it up to the next one, add, rinse, repeat, and just move my way along to burn each of them. That will be probably take the all of today, I would think. I might not even get to finish both the east and west sides. And once that's done, then we have some hard foam insulation to install in those rafter bays because what we want to do ultimately is layer Tyvek on top of the roof, right on top of the rafters. Then we're going to lay furring strips in the same direction, like parallel to the rafters on top of them, like 2x2s. Screw them down with structural screws that will serve both to hold down the Tyvek and to provide an 1.5 inch gap between that top of the rafter Tyvek layer and the deck, the OSB that we're going to put on top of those furring strips to make the platform for the roof. That will all in one shot give us an air barrier that will prevent wind wash on the insulation that will go in between the rafters, give us that 1.5 inch venting space that will run all the way up the rafter to the ridge beam. And then after that we'll get into more detail, because I haven't done all the reading yet, as to what ice dam material and felt or whatever, synthetic or otherwise, that we're going to put down on the roof deck ahead of our actual steel roof.
guys, so I just tried to do this outside, but it's way too windy for that, so this is take 2. Yesterday Al got done all of the burning of the rafters on the west and the east side of the great room, as well as the gable at the back on the north side. So today he has to adjust his template and for the kitchen and for the front porch, and he's going to be burning the rafter ends on both of those sides. It is a nice day as far as like being sunny, but yeah, the wind makes it super cold. Everything's still melting. We saw the geese yesterday, so they're back and hopefully going to be having some cute little babies soon. But yeah, as far as today goes, we'll see if he can get the burning done and then see where we're at.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with a splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over?
Oh, hey everybody. Welcome to How to Build a House in thousands of steps of varying levels of complexity. Today, now that we've got all the rafter tails burnt, yeah, I think next steps will be taking our 3/4 inch rigid foam insulation. I'm going to take a couple of boards and cut them into pieces that will fit basically the same size as all the OSB that is closing up the rafter bays. The reason I'm doing this again is I want to have that first bit of insulation up against the sheathing so that when we put the Tyvek across the top of the rafters, we're going to leave a little bit of overhang at the leading edge, not all the way to the end of the rafter tails. I don't really care about that. Again, the Tyvek solution is kind of my MacGyvering to come up with a way to prevent the insulation from getting wind wash and not having to buy hundreds of those egg crate foam things, because with a cathedral ceiling as opposed to an attic, I need to have a continual 2 inch or 1.25 inches or 1.5 inch vent all the way to the ridge. So I figured with Tyvek being an air barrier in the first place, that would do the job. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't try to do what we're going to do because it's a little time consuming, but again, we're only building this house once, so it makes sense for us. But anyways, reason I'm putting again that foam up against the rafter bays is so that when we come with, say, a 2 inch overlap at the eaves with the Tyvek, I'm just going to cut it along the top of the rafters, fold it down onto the rigid foam, and then run a line of sheathing tape along it. So then in a way, it'll also be our temporary dry-in solution, so that if it rains on the roof, it's going to hit the Tyvek, sheet off, and then sheet right off and over that rigid foam insulation. Once that's done, then we can run our furring strips on top of the rafters. We just picked up some hardware yesterday, so I have some number 10 construction screws that I'll use to secure the furring strips on top of the rafters, and that will basically pin the Tyvek down at 24-inch centers. And then the next step after that will be actually putting on the OSB deck, and that will be 7/16 again. Should keep the blade up. So it doesn't start to dance.
I'm waiting at the door.
This is a little slower than using the saw, but I don't have.
I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio's playing our song. And then you stood there smiling at me, as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It's true. If only I could do one thing, I'll be